Welcome to the Solitary Thinker, a place where deep minds come to reflect, grow, and understand life. Imagine ruling the most powerful empire in the world. Armies obey your command. Millions live under your authority. Yet every night you sit alone, writing reminders to yourself about patience, humility, and how to control your anger. This was the life of Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome, but also one of history's greatest philosophers. In the middle of wars, betrayals, and political chaos, he wrote personal notes that would later become the famous book Meditations. These notes were never meant to be published. They were simply reminders to himself about how to live wisely. 2,000 years later, those words are still guiding millions of people. Here are some of the most powerful lessons from Marcus Aurelius, and how they can change the way you live. Lesson 1. Control what you can. Peace begins when you stop fighting the uncontrollable and focus only on your own actions. One of the central ideas in Stoic philosophy is surprisingly simple. Some things are under your control. Other things are not. Your control includes your thoughts, your decisions, your actions. But many things are completely outside your control. Other people's opinions, unexpected problems, the past, even the future. Yet most people spend their lives worrying about these uncontrollable things. They stress about what others think. They replay past mistakes in their mind again and again. They fear events that may never even happen. Marcus Aurelius believed this is where most human suffering begins. The moment you focus only on what you can control, your mind becomes lighter. Your energy becomes clearer. Instead of fighting the world, you begin working with reality. Lesson 2. Your mind creates your experience. Your life is shaped less by events and more by the meaning you give them. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Think about two people facing the same problem. One person feels destroyed by it. Another person sees it as a challenge to overcome. The situation is the same, but their interpretation is different. Stoic philosophy teaches that events themselves are not what hurt us. Our judgment about those events is what creates suffering. If someone insults you, the insult itself has no real power. It only gains power if your mind accepts it. In other words, your peace is not controlled by the world. It is controlled by your perspective. Lesson 3. Expect difficult people. Life becomes calmer when you stop expecting everyone to behave with wisdom. Every morning, Marcus Aurelius reminded himself of something unusual. He wrote that during the day he would meet people who were selfish, arrogant, dishonest, ungrateful. But instead of becoming angry about this, he used it as preparation. Because when you expect difficult people, their behavior stops surprising you. Most anger comes from violated expectations. We expect people to behave fairly and kindly, but reality often looks different. Stoicism teaches that people act wrongly because they lack wisdom. They are confused about what truly matters in life. When you see their behavior this way, your anger transforms into understanding. and you stop allowing other people's ignorance to disturb your inner peace. Lesson 4. The power of Memento Mori. Remembering death does not weaken life. It makes every moment deeply meaningful. One of the most famous Stoic ideas is the phrase Memento Mori. It means, remember that you will die. To many people, this sounds dark, but for the Stoics, it was actually a powerful reminder. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." When you truly remember that life is temporary, your priorities change. Small arguments lose their importance. Ego becomes meaningless. You stop delaying the things that matter most. Instead of wasting time, you start using it wisely. For the Stoics, remembering death was not about fear. It was about living more fully. Lesson 5. Stop complaining about reality. Complaining about reality drains your strength. Accepting it gives you the power to act. Marcus Aurelius believed that complaining about reality is pointless. Reality does not change just because we dislike it. If the weather is cold, complaining does not make it warmer. If life becomes difficult, anger does not make it easier. Instead of resisting reality, Stoics focus on responding wisely. They adapt. They adjust. They improve themselves. This mindset turns problems into opportunities for growth. Every challenge becomes a chance to strengthen your character. Lesson 6. The obstacle is the way. Every difficulty in life secretly carries the training required to make you stronger. One of Marcus Aurelius's most powerful insights was this: the obstacle itself becomes the path. When something blocks your progress, it forces you to grow stronger. Difficult situations develop patience. Failure teaches wisdom. Struggle builds resilience. Without obstacles, character would never develop. Instead of wishing life were easier, Stoic philosophy teaches something very different. Become stronger so that difficulties no longer control you. Why Stoic wisdom still matters today. Even though Marcus Aurelius lived nearly 2,000 years ago, his ideas feel incredibly modern. Today, people face constant stress, social media comparison, endless distractions, and pressure from every direction. Stoicism offers a simple but powerful solution. Focus on what you can control, accept what you cannot, and act with discipline and integrity in every situation. This philosophy doesn't promise an easy life, but it teaches you how to build a strong mind. Final reflection. Listen carefully. Marcus Aurelius had wealth, power, and authority beyond imagination. Yet the wisdom he left behind was not about ruling others. It was about mastering oneself. Because the greatest victory in life is not controlling the world. It is controlling your own mind. And when you learn that skill, even the most difficult situations lose their power over you. That is the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. If you want clarity in a noisy world, strength in difficult times, and wisdom for everyday life, subscribe to the Solitary Thinker. Because sometimes the deepest truths are discovered not in crowds, but in solitude and reflection.